Prime Minister Modi's 5-day trip to Europe as well as the West Asia. Yes, I'm talking about 120 hours, 5 countries, and one man and one vision that is making India great. So it is not like Trump's idea, like make America great. It is really making India great. That is what this 75-year young leader has taken. He has been working without any break for over 20 years, and then he is on a short trip, as we call, to 5 different countries across like West Asia and Europe. Just 5 days, and then 5 countries. Many meetings are scheduled already. Many countries have already started rolling their red carpets, and then now our Prime Minister is visiting these countries in the world full of confusion and turmoil. All the countries are expecting a solution for the mess which has been created by few countries and few leaders, and they see Narendra Modi, our beloved Prime Minister, as a solution, who can provide a solution for all these problems which have been happening in the world for like past 2 or 3 years. Prime Minister Modi is departing from India to UAE on 15th, and he'll be coming back from Italy on 20th May 2026. In between, he'll be traveling to Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, and then finally from Italy he'll be coming back home. So in this 5-day trip, he is scheduled to meet all the leaders of the respective countries, businessmen, as well as diplomatic efforts for signing many treaties with these countries. Let us see one by one. Country number 1, UAE, the first stop. What we are expecting from a friend. So previously, Narendra Modi was the first Prime Minister after 18 years to visit UAE when he became the Prime Minister in 2014. Before that, no Prime Minister have ever visited UAE. And then we got a signal from the United Arab Emirates stating like per week 800 flights land from India to Dubai, but it took 18 years for a Prime Minister to land in Dubai. So that is the words which came from UAE. After that, Prime Minister Modi has improved the relationships, improved the diplomacy between many Arab states, including UAE. UAE has been like dubbed as one of the best friends of India in the Arab region. And then there are 4.5 million Indians live in UAE alone. And then UAE is the 3rd largest energy supplier for India. We all know Prime Minister Modi and President MBZ of UAE are very good friends. Recently, we saw President MBZ came to India. He visited India for a 2-hour talks with Prime Minister Modi, and then the total travel time was almost 7 hours. So that was the importance of the trip. What we can expect from this trip of Prime Minister Modi to UAE is like we can strengthen the energy relationship as well as the workforce, the post-war scenario. Most importantly, we are expecting a defense deal to be signed between UAE and India. That is very important thing which India has been looking, and then UAE is also looking forward for a very long time. And this post-war scenario is very important for the entire Persian Gulf, particularly the West Asian small states. So UAE comes first in that, and then we are talking about a defense deal between India and UAE, which can happen, which will be happening in May 2026 when Prime Minister Modi visits UAE. The second country Prime Minister Modi will be visiting is the Netherlands. It is all about scenic views and European landscape. Yes, but Modi means business. Prime Minister Modi will be meeting Dutch President Rob Jetten to sign some treaties regarding green hydrogen, and we are expecting a deal to be signed between India and Netherlands in the field of semiconductor devices, especially with ASML Most of the semiconductor which we are buying from China, Taiwan, and various other countries are using ASML's lithographic instruments. India can sign a deal with Netherlands, with ASML, to procure ASML's lithographic equipments, a sophisticated lithographic equipment from ASML will put India back on route, back on the way to become one of the leading semiconductor devices manufacturers in the world, which will be an alternative for already existing problematic logistics countries. The third country Prime Minister Modi will be visiting is the Sweden. In Sweden, Prime Minister Modi will meet Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, and there are many deals to be signed between the two countries in the areas of space explorations, AI, and various other deals. And then we can expect some good foreign direct investments and various MOUs to be signed between India and Sweden in this travel. Prime Minister Modi will be sharing a stage between European Commission's President when he is in Sweden, and various other good things can happen with European Union for India during this trip. Next visit of Prime Minister Modi in this 5-country, 5-day trip will be in Oslo, Norway. No Prime Minister from India have landed in Norway for the past 43 years. Yes, I repeat, for the 4 decades, no Prime Minister have ever visited Norway, which is very important country when we talk about energy and when we are facing the energy crisis throughout the world. And we are talking about Norway, and our Prime Minister is traveling to the Norway. Norway is a very important country. There are many untapped potentials. There are many resources which have been not tapped by Norway. And then during the visit to Norway, Prime Minister will hold talks with various industries. Various deals are expected to be signed between India and Norway in the fields of energy, AI, upcoming crisis management. Prime Minister Modi will meet Prime Minister Jonas of Norway, and then both will be chairing 3rd India-Nordic Conference in Oslo. Prime Minister Modi will meet leaders from Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Iceland during India-Nordic meet. Various good things are expected to happen in between these countries, especially when it comes to blue economy, sustainable development, growth of ocean resources management. The final country Prime Minister Modi will be visiting is Italy. We all know about Melody success. Whenever Prime Minister of India and Prime Minister of Italy meets, there will be lot of sensation, lot of talks going on in the world. And then we all know how Prime Minister Melanie sees Prime Minister Modi. She looks at Modi as a mentor, as a good guide, and as a philosopher. And then she even wrote in her book about Prime Minister Modi and his advisors. So that is the relationship Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Melanie shares in between. And then we are expecting many good things to happen between India and Italy. We are expecting many good things, but especially in the fields of the supply chain and logistics. And Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Melanie will be talking about IMEC, that is India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. And India and Italy have been beneficiaries as well as the part of IMEC. We can expect some good outcomes from this meeting in the fields of a new trade route that is proposed between India and the European Union, from India to Europe through Italy. This travel itinerary is not just a journey of a leader, it is a statement. It is a statement given by a 75-year young leader who has the thirst for making the country grow, to achieve many things, to create partnerships, and to solve the world problems and to solve the local issues by making friends and making many pacts, so that the global issue which has been faced by many countries doesn't affect the local businesses and local people of the India. So Prime Minister Modi travels with an open mind, with strong determination, and hoping for a good and best outcome for the country and for the world, which is at the turmoil, which is waiting for a solution for coming out of multiple wars. And there is also a new pandemic threat which is approaching the world. So in this tough times, Prime Minister Modi is traveling to the West Asia in the time of war, and Prime Minister Modi is traveling to European Union in the times of war as well as economic turmoil. So let us hope good things to happen for India as well as for the countries which Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to visit.